Welcome to my Sitecore Diaries, and this is Sitecore interview question video series. Today's question is: explain the key differences between the ASP.NET Rendering SDK, JSS SDK, and Headless services in Sitecore.
Feature ASP.NET Rendering SDK, JSS, and Headless. The first thing is the use case. When we will use ASP.NET Rendering SDK, server-side rendered Sitecore apps with the ASP.NET Core. So we will need a server-side rendering, then you can go with the ASP.NET Rendering SDK. Sitecore apps with a JavaScript framework. So you want to utilize the JavaScript framework efficiently, then you can go with the JSS. Delivering content to any front-end via APIs. So you need 100% headless application, headless CMS, then you should go for a headless services. Framework. ASP.NET Rendering SDK uses ASP.NET Core, which also support MVC and Razor pages. JSS support React, Angular, Vue, Next. Headless service, any front-end technology. There is no limitation in headless services. Content authoring. Integrated with Sitecore Experience Editor, you can utilize the Experience Editor in both ASP.NET Rendering SDK and JSS. API-based content delivery is separated from completely from the front end. You have APIs. It is limited to .NET APIs and Sitecore SDK. It is limited to JSS specific APIs. Headless services provide two APIs, two ways you can get the data from the API. One is a RESTful API and another is a GraphQL APIs. Development workflow. So it's ASP.NET Rendering SDK uses a server-side development with C#. JSS uses a component-based JavaScript development, whereas Headless use the decoupled and API-first development. So this is the difference between the development workflow. When we talk about multi-channel delivery, ASP.NET and JSK is primarily web focused, whereas Headless can be anything like web, mobile, IoT, and more. Scalability. ASP.NET is for the more moderate scalability. Similarly, JSS, whereas Headless is designed for the high scalability and a high performance. You can scale your front end and back end both in the headless services separately. Rendering mode. ASP.NET we already discussed that it uses server side rendering. JSS SDK support both connected and disconnected mode. Now what is connected mode, what is disconnected mode, that we are going to see in future videos. API driven content delivery. So basically headless services only delivers the content. Okay, there is no rendering as on the headless services. Performance. Server side rendering benefits server side, so whatever the server side rendering you are using, all those benefits will get into the ASP.NET Rendering SDK. Similarly, client-side rendering, potentially faster UI updates for the JSS SDK. For headless services, client-side rendering, highly scalable. Okay. Then the learning curve. If you talk about the learning curve, the ASP.NET Rendering SDK requires the knowledge of ASP.NET Core and C#. JSS SDK requires knowledge of JavaScript framework. Headless services require a knowledge of API integration.
If you want to know more details of this topic, then please check out video link displayed on the screen. If you like this video, then please like, share and comment. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click on notification bell for latest update. Thank you for watching.